This is the story of how Germany became a modern nation. And you can see Germany here in this map at the very center of Europe. The first thing you need to know about Germany is it became modern very late, in 1871, after all the other countries of Europe were already well-established countries. You need to know about Germany for two good reasons. The first is that Germany is the center of two world wars in the 1900s, World War I and World War II. And second, Germany is an important scene of the Cold War after 1945, after World War II is over. At the start of the French Revolution, you remember 1789, the small countries of Central Europe were too weak, too small, unable to defend themselves from stronger neighbors. And as a result of all this, they were unable to create a factory system like the one England was beginning to create. The largest and most powerful country within Germany was Prussia. A lot of students confuse Prussia and Russia. The two have nothing to do with each other. The leader of Prussia was this man, a name you really need to know. He is Otto von Bismarck. And if you're interested, the capital of South Dakota is named after him. So Bismarck was the minister-president of Prussia, largest country in Central Europe. And Bismarck had one goal. His goal was to bring together all those small countries under Prussia's leadership and create a new country, Germany, in the center of Europe. Bismarck was very successful in reaching this goal. He did it by starting 3 wars. The first was a war with Denmark in the north, and as a result of this war in the early 1860s, Germany picked up these lands in the north. The second war was with Austria, Austrian Empire, right here. And as a result of this war, Prussia became the leader, and not Austria, in bringing together, unifying the little countries of Central Europe into a single country. So Austria was kicked out of the new Germany, and Bismarck then went on to start a war with France. And as a result of this war, Germany picked up southern Germany. And through these 3 wars with Denmark, Austria, and France, a new country, Germany, was created in the center of Europe. What you see here is the new and green country of Germany, right in the middle of Europe. And it may not look like much on a map. I mean, Europe's a pretty small place, and these countries are all small. But there are 4 important things you need to know about this new country. First, the new country is led by Prussia. Prussia had a strong military organization, a strong army, knew how to organize and run an army. You also need to understand that Germany had excellent supplies of coal and iron, And finally, Germany had the largest population in Europe. Just summing up, you've got a country with a strong army, tremendous supplies of coal and iron, and a lot of people. And in that population, and a working class that's getting bigger and bigger from year to year. So, what did the German government do with its new power? Most important, it helped encourage Europe's strongest industrial system based on mining, railroads, steel, and chemicals. This picture, taken in around the year 1900, shows the city of Essen in western Germany, which had some of the world's largest steel factories. They were every bit as big and efficient as the steel mills of Andrew Carnegie in Pittsburgh. What else did the new German government do with its power? Like the other countries of Europe, especially Britain and France, Germany quickly put together an empire. And it did it together with the other countries of Britain and France by dividing up Africa. The countries in blue are Germany's colonies in Africa. To defend its new empire, Germany quickly built a modern navy with steamers and warships after the year 1900 or so. The purpose of the navy was not only to defend the empire, but also to show Britain, the British Empire, that Germany's an important country too, and needed to be taken seriously. In any future war, Germany would have a navy big enough to do some serious damage to Britain's navy, which was the world's largest. So what did the other countries of Europe think about having a new country, Germany, the center of Europe? Well, they didn't like it. First, France had a quarrel with Germany over its border. Basically, they wanted to take back the lands Germany won in its war with France, 1870-71. England didn't like Germany because England's navy was now threatened by Germany's navy. Remember, England is at the center of the British Navy, the British Empire, which is the world's strongest. And as a result of the shared enemy, England and France formed an alliance or friendship between countries. Part of that alliance was Russia, the world's largest country in terms of land. France and Russia had an old friendship, so you now have three countries on Germany's borders who are enemies: England, France, and Russia. Germany's only real friend in this picture is Austria-Hungary, and those two form an alliance. So this is the story of how Germany became a nation. By the year 1914, Germany was the center of all sorts of trouble in Europe and the world, and it remains the center of these troubles for the next 30 years.